Hello everyone, I'm the Chief Medical at Elixir, and today we are going to talk about fertility. Elixir wishes to bring more life, literally, because we want to help improve the medical care of every person wishing to have children. Sadly, one in 5 couples wishing to have children are infertile. They will have to go through medically assisted procreation. It is a long and complex process. They will go through numerous tests during an average period of 4 years, and the physicians taking care of them are suffering too. They are suffering from administrative overload. They have more and more complex decisions to take, and the success rate of the first attempt is only 30%. So, what we do at Elixir? We simplify the care process. We've built a remote monitoring platform to build a bridge between patients and their medical professionals. So patients can get information, they can share their results, they can get their prescriptions, and know what is going to happen to them. And in this platform, we will add the AI. So the AI will build profile of patients and predict their evolution during the treatment, so we can give them the right treatment, the right dosage for the right time. We've built Elixir with the Strasbourg University Hospital. More than 3,000 patients have already been cared for, and we've built with them an R&D partnerships to help them, to help us build the algorithms. But before I talk about AI, I want to talk about the treatment, because we are very practical. The ovarian stimulation in practice. Without stimulation, a woman will produce only 1 egg per month, that we call oocyte. But for IVF, you need eggs and sperms, and you need to stimulate the ovaries of the patient. And you'll get 10 oocytes at the end of the stimulation. So the stimulation in practice is many hormonal injections, sonograms, blood tests. The risk of the stimulation is that you hyperstimulate your patient. She will produce more than 20 oocytes, and she risks ovarian torsion and coagulation disorder. So it's important to give her the right dosage of treatment. And even more important is that the more eggs you have at the end of the stimulation, the more babies you will get. The probability of obtaining a child is directly correlated to the number of oocytes obtained by ovarian stimulation. This probability decreases with age, but every attempt counts. In 3 years, the number of eggs you can get can be divided by 3. So, how much hormones you will give your patients is very important. Medical publications already told us that different profiles exist. There are good responders, hyper responders, and bad responders. So we also know that less is sometimes more. More hormones doesn't get you necessarily more pregnancy. There is the right dosage to find. And the duration is also very important. You can lose 30% of your eggs in 1 day if you don't stimulate long enough. AI can help you find the right dosage and find the right duration of treatment. So, what we did at Elixir, we've used clinical, biological, and radiological data and medication dosage as input, and trained different models to find the right one to predict the number of oocytes at the end of the ovarian stimulation. Of course, there is precision to find with these algorithms, and we are trying to improve on the precision of our algorithm. Then we use, of course, our algorithm to build dose response curve and to show the medical professionals the right dosage of oocyte for their patient. So, what's next? We've already presented our prototypes at Medical Congress. We are now going into medical studies with our algorithms. And we want to build more algorithms with our fantastic data scientists that are here. And what we want to do is also better comprehend, better understand our data, and really build the structural causal model of infertility. To that end, we have been granted the iLab grant by BP France at the beginning of the year. Of course, we also have partners for the better understanding of our data. We are working with INRIA. We are now incubated in Biolabs Hôtel Dieu at the Parisian public hospitals. We still have the Strasbourg University Hospital as a partner, and we want to build the future of reproductive medicine together. So if you have questions or want to contact me, you have our address below. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you for the presentation. I had a question. What's the risk of giving too much drug to a patient?
I can go back, yes. So if you give too much drugs, this is the risk you get, hyperstimulation. It can be because you give too much drug at the beginning of the stimulation or because you've kept your stimulation going for too long. And there is, of course, life-threatening risk because the coagulation disorders can lead to pulmonary embolism and possibly kill your patient. So you have to be careful with the right dosage of hormones, even though hyperstimulation is less and less frequent because it's a medical protocol. There is not only medical hormones, and some treatments that you give can help reduce the risk of hyperstimulation. So it's a sweet spot. It's a sweet spot, sorry, to find, but there is also other medication that can help mitigate this risk.
So if I understand well, if you put not enough drug, you have a few level of oocytes, but too much is more on the safety level than on the efficiency of the...
Exactly.
Okay.
And there is also debate about the fact that if you give too much drug, you even end up with less oocytes. So that's why I also said sometimes less is more.
Okay, thank you.
Please.
Thank you. What is your business model? Do you work with a GP or?
We work directly with hospitals and fertility clinics. Like I said, we first build our platform and we try to be very practical. We've started with the dosage and duration of treatment because it was the questions that the fertility specialists asked us to answer with their data. So we are selling directly to hospitals and fertility clinics. The medical care platform first and the AI when it's ready to hit market. Any other questions?
Second question.
Organon is selling fertility drugs, that's why he's asking a lot of questions.
Yes, but it's more for my personal curiosity. We know that selling B2B software to HCOs is a challenge because we have very well implanted actors already in place. How do you see it from your point, being a startup trying to enter the lab? What are the challenges you can face?
It's a challenge indeed, but in fertility we have one luck, and there is not many software for fertility clinics, be it in France or in the world. So if you can get partnerships with those few actors, you can get access to the broader market. And that's what we did and are doing. It's a long process. You have to take this for account. If there is any other startup in here, it's going to be long. So prepare carefully, take it in account, and be patient.
Okay. Thank you.